doesn't mean he can beat me. I've beaten better fighters than me. I've beaten guys quicker than me. I've beaten guys stronger than me. I've beaten guys bigger than me.
All the action live on TalkSport. Myself and the bomber Tony Bellew go toe to toe. Do not listen.
You listen to Fight Night Live on TalkSport with the Suzu D match. You may be able to hear in the background here at the O2 Arena where we are live from tonight. The tunneling system has just cranked up just a touch. I'm going to be honest with you guys, right? We've done many fights together. I've been to many fights down the years. Whenever I come to a David Haye fight, it's like a who's who. Everybody wants to be here. I know that that's happening now with Anthony Joshua, but he still pulls them in, doesn't he?
Listen, the cheers for Frank Bruno just now were off the charts, and then they mentioned Joshua, and it went crazy. Kirsty Gallagher sitting behind me.
I saw that you were getting a few selfies done there with a few people.
Yeah, Robbie Savage is over there, they're old friends. I've been around a long time, baby. Adam Boone is back as well.
It's not just the who's who of the boxing world, though. I mean, we've just mentioned, obviously, Frank Bruno's name. We've just mentioned, obviously, Amir Khan's name, Anthony Joshua's name. All these boxers are in the house tonight. We had Dillian White on earlier on. But there's an awful amount of celebrity status as well, isn't there, Gareth?
Yeah, it's just brilliant. And look, big heavyweight boxing nights, big boxing nights are about glamour, they're about glitz, they're about hype, they're about promotion, and the stars want to be here. It's always been that way.
Our commentary team tonight is John Rowling and Glenn McCrory. Glenn, over to you now, my friend, because nights like this is what we live for in this industry, isn't it?
Certainly. We've been to a few big ones over the years, and when the heavyweights get together, especially when the characters like these two are, it becomes the biggest thing out there. Everybody wants to get a seat. Everybody wants to be ringside, and it's a great occasion.
And it always amazes me that the heavyweight division just has this pull. I mean, it could be on the biggest lull ever, but when the big boys get in, it still pulls in the crowds. It's the freakish size of these gentlemen, isn't it? It's that one-punch knockout power that just people are enticed by. They want to come down and see that type of shot.
People love knockouts, that's what they. And when you go to heavyweight boxing, you go to see knockouts.
Talk to me about this fight. You're obviously a trainer. You've been trainer of David Haye. How does he, first of all, approach this fight coming off the back of that first one?
Well, if his legs aren't as lively as they were when he was younger, and if he's lost the confidence in his back legs because of the ruptured Achilles, then I expect him to carry his weight a little bit more in his knees, to shift low, to use his head movements to find positions, and then his loose shoulder speed to take advantage of it.
Yeah, absolutely. Regarding Tony, though, he obviously gains more confidence from the first fight because he took a lot of good shots in those opening rounds, didn't he? And no doubt he's coming into this fight thinking, right, okay, I've done it once, I've been hit on the button. Is that all he's got? Does he change his tactics at all?
Yes, Tony's got to be a lot better than the first time round, because the threat tonight is, I anticipate being much worse for him, or much harder for him than it was last March. But from what I saw from the media workout, Tony's legs look very lively, his balance looks very good. He's taking a slightly lower position while he's moving as well, which will keep him safe. If Haye stalks him low and creeps the distance, and Tony makes the shot obvious, Haye will look for that counter, and he is a master at finding that heavy-handed counter if you give him an obvious shot. For Bellew, he's got to use his legs to keep that distance, to keep that position, but make his shot unpredictable. When they get up close, I actually think that Tony can afford to trade, because technically he trades inside a lot neater than Haye does. Haye's probably more heavy-handed, but he does open it out wide a little bit, whereas Tony can trade quite narrow. So definitely Haye's going to threaten him by stalking him and shifting low. Tony's long game and short game has to be immaculate. He can't afford to make mistakes on either position.
One thing that I absolutely loved this week was reading the boxing news, and you've written a fantastic fight depiction on there, obviously giving your thoughts on how you think that this fight, exactly how you just said, would be going and what tactics are required. And then the final line of the article is, if I'm honest, let me read it word for word. I have absolutely no idea what's going to happen on Saturday night. I think we're all in the exact same position, aren't we? That's the beauty of this fight.
Well, if you look at what happened last March, and you look at the two fighters' careers, if any scenario happened tonight, none of us are going to be surprised. If something on Haye's body breaks down, we won't be surprised. If Haye drops Tony and puts him on the canvas for the 10 count in the first round, we're not going to be surprised. If Tony outboxes him, takes the power shots, nullifies it, and keeps picking away on points and wins on points, we're not going to be surprised. And that's why this fight's such an entertaining matchup. Just because there's so many, it's what we don't know that makes it intriguing. And I don't want to make a prediction because it's so unpredictable.
No, come on, make a prediction.
He just has the winner boxing news, hasn't it? We don't know what's going to happen, my friend.
I have absolutely no idea what's going to happen. If I had to pin it to a mast, I have to pick Haye.
Okay.
Adam Cantrell's been backing Tony Bellew all week, and I'm backing David Haye.
We're going to come back to this in a minute. We will come back to this in a minute because I'm led to believe that Don McGuinness is with AJ. Let's get another bit of pause. Well, Anthony, you're obviously enjoying yourself. Big laugh there as well. It was interesting before when your name was announced to the crowd. You're not fighting tonight. Huge roar. How's that make you feel?
I was working, I could hear the roaring, I heard them shout for Frank Bruno, and I didn't hear any boost for anyone, so the support of the UK fighters is phenomenal, and the crowd, man. I think, you know, there's no crowd like this, there's no supporters like the UK fighters, so massive shout out to them and massive shout out to everyone listening as well.
Often when we interview you, you start shadowboxing, you're just so
I'm ready. You're
not shadowboxing yet, but when it is a night like this, you just want to get in there.
We've been interviewed, so I don't want to catch you with a little left hook and then boom. It'll be me left alone talking.
You get one right back. I don't think so. No, listen, just any update that you can give us about what's next for you, AJ?
The fight's going to happen. There's no doubt about it, the fight's going to happen. All it is that I can't sign my life away. You can't agree something without knowing the devil in the detail. So that's all it is. It's the devil in the detail, which we'll get into. We're all professional, and the fight will happen for sure.
Will it be next?
Yeah, I do believe so, because I want to fight as well. He wants to fight, so I don't see why not.
Okay, so
we've got a lot of time to make it happen. So it's a blessing. I think like the stars have aligned, and it's destiny to get this fight going on. It's a fight to become undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. It's big.
Okay, final thing then, Haye Bellew, just talk us through it.
Okay, I think Haye will approach it differently because he has to start faster and try to put the pressure on and just make Bellew uncomfortable. Also, I feel Bellew's got the heart of a warrior, so I feel that he can weather the storm, and if he does weather that storm, I favour Bellew to win. So I'll put it like this: Haye early, you know, if you can control it from early and then cruise the later rounds. I don't think you'll stop Bellew, but if you can control it early and control the later rounds, that's how David Haye will win. But Bellew has to weather the storm and make sure he's tucking up and hitting it straight back. So when Haye's putting the pressure on, avoid the shots, roll and roll, and just touch him up, touch him up, touch him up. So he's effective, but being clever. And I think that's how Bellew has to control the fight from 1 to 12, being clever.
Anthony, thank you very much. You've got a few thousand more selfies to do, so I'll let you go. Adam, top man. Anthony Joshua there speaking to Don McGuinness ringside. And just on the Wilder fight, because we kind of spoke about it on last week's show, Gareth. He's right. There is you've got to check the devil in the detail. It's all right, everybody going on social media and saying, Wilder's offering $50 million. What's he worried about? Let's get this fight on. Well, what's he offering $50 million for if there's no cost?
Yeah, I mean, Eddie Hearn's been very specific this week in saying, look, we've asked for a few detailed questions to be answered by the Americans. He's 70% there now with the fight, believing it'll happen. Listen, boxing has a habit of stretching these things out. Believe me, it'll be a bigger fight next year than it would be this year. We all know this. But you know what? Maybe the world shifted on its axis. It's a new generation. I want Wilder and Joshua to fight while they're both undefeated. I think we all do. And you never know. We might have it in Vegas in November or December.
Well, I want it because I want to see an undisputed champion in the heavyweight division. I'm an undisputed champion. I want guys. I wanted there to be one song in each weight division. And you as a trainer who trains these guys, you must be along the same thought process of that because that's what you do with Ryan Burnett. He's dominating his division.
I only heard one thing there. I only heard one thing. He said it's going to happen and it's going to happen next. That's all I heard.
There's time, he said as well.
No, I'm aware of all the contractual things and the business and TV networks and promotional issues and stuff like that. But he sounded very convinced when he said it will happen next. And remember one thing. Ultimately, he is in control. And if he says, I don't care what anyone else says, it's happening, it's happening.
No, absolutely, and we hope it does happen, because as I keep banging on about, I love the idea of having an undisputed heavyweight champion. When you were a kid and you used to box, well, I can only speak from my own experience here, I used to box my sister around my bedroom, you know what I mean? Just give her a couple of jabs, and then when I maybe pushed her over, I didn't knock her out, but maybe pushed her over, I would always then say that I'm the undisputed heavyweight champion. That's what people used to do, didn't they?
You're a good matchmaker.
It's the dream. I'm still living that dream, my friend, still living that dream. Great to see AJ.
Did you get a belt for that, by the way?
Yeah, I made my own. It was a WWF one. It was all for the world of wrestling. You listen to Fight Night Live on TalkSport with me, Adam Catterall, Adam Booth, Glenn McCrory, John Rowling, Gary Davis, and John McGuinness, who is still ringside talking to the who's who of not just the boxing world, but the political world as well, because I'm led to believe that Andy Burnham, the mayor of Manchester, is actually alongside John McGuinness right at this moment in time. John, talk to me.
Yeah, I've got Andy Burnham here ringside. He sat next to the very lively Robbie Savage. He might be in for a bit of a noisy night, I think. I would think so as well, but I tell you what, this is some fine night. Big boxing fan?
I am. It's funny actually, I first met Tony Bellew. I played alongside him up front in a charity game at Goodison, and yeah, it was something to see him. It was against our Liverpool team, and he was taking the fight to them. So ever since then, I've been a bit in awe of Tony Bellew, and I've always supported him.
Big Everton connection with the pair of you, obviously.
Oh, definitely. So I saw his fight at Goodison, and that was a memorable night for any Evertonian, and we were all behind him. So yeah, I think he's done brilliantly. You know, tonight, I don't know, is he maybe not favourite? I don't know, but we'll see. But Evertonians need a bit of a boost right now, so we're all behind Tony.
You're definitely backing your man. You're definitely backing your man anyway.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's it. Supported him all the way, and would love to see him win down here in London tonight. So yeah,
enjoy the night. Thanks, Andy.
Thanks you, Andy.
Look at that, the world of boxing transcends into the world of politics and obviously mayoral duties. Gareth A. Davis has actually left us here now, Adam, right? Because what Gareth has done, he obviously loves the celebrity world as well. I don't know if you've ever done a radio programme with him before, my friend. I mean, I'm all about the boxing. I sit here and speak to you and our esteemed guests and Glenn and John. Gareth loves a selfie with the celebrities. He's currently having a chat with Kirsty Gallagher. Is she all right?
Kirsty's fine. We're old pals, aren't we, Kirst? We're old pals, aren't we?
Sorry?
We're old pals, me and you, aren't we?
Yeah, alright.
Who you got tonight, Kirsty?
Who do I think's going to win? It's so hard, isn't it? I have a little feeling that Tony Bellew will win this.
You're wrong. Okay, thank you very much.
Yes, absolutely, that's what we like. Gareth, you want to start this little bit of rhetoric with me, don't you? Because I obviously have been on the show last week saying that I genuinely believe that Tony Bellew will win this fight late. You're in a different camp. You think that David Haye will win this fight late?
David Haye will prove everybody wrong tonight. I hope for him, and he'll be patient, and he'll stop Tony Bellew for me between the 6th and the 8th round, but his body has got to hold out.
I don't think he'll prove everyone wrong, he'll prove half the people wrong, because it genuinely feels quite split now. The closer we get to the fight, people think that they're starting to question what they thought they knew.
Yeah.
And that's the beauty of a fight like this, that the closer you get to, all of a sudden that conviction you had 2 weeks ago that he's definitely going to win.
No.
You start to doubt yourself, and that's what makes this entertaining.
You've basically just described my thought process since this fight was made, because the first time around, I genuinely thought that David would take Tony lightly, and Tony would be able to take advantage of that. Just hearing rumours out of David's camp that he was chilling, he was thinking, I said, I'm going to go for it, I'll just go knock this kid out in 4 rounds. I think this is a different David Haye this time, and just watching him this week, the way that he's been, his demeanour, everything about him, I'm more nervous for Tony this time round than I was the first time round.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
Like, hey, if Adam Booth said that, if I'm right, then now I'll take that on him.
But the thing is with David, the trouble is he always looks physically so good. When you see them together, as you did with the weigh-in yesterday, you feel that Haye's going to do it. But Bellew is so tenacious, I admire him so much. And David, at the end of the say, has had 3 fights in 6 years, and Tony Bellew has got better and better with age.
It's going to be an interesting fight. We flip-flopped since we started the show. We've been flip-flopping all week as well. We don't know where this is going to go. As Adam Booth wrote in the Boxing News this week, he does not know where this is going to go, and if he doesn't know, then how should I know? We don't know, and that's why we are here tonight, because it's going to be an absolutely tremendous, captivating fight, which you are getting live and exclusive on TalkSport. I'm sure you can hear in the background, the new anthem of boxing is currently ringing round the O2 Arena. It is, of course, Neil Diamond. It's my mum and dad's wedding song. It's their wedding anniversary last week, so this is for you, mum and dad. I'm going to give you a couple of minutes, alright? Just enjoy the crowd here at the O2 Arena singing along. Something quite special about that. It's time for Michael Buffer. You're listening to TalkSport Fight Night Live with Isuzu D-Max. As the lights go down in the O2 Arena.
From the O2 London, let's get this party started! Making his way to the ring, the former 2-time world champion David Haymaker Haye!
Pictures of David Haye appear on the giant screens, suspended above the ring here in the O2 Arena. And you can hear from the reaction of the crowd, it is split. There are a lot of fans down from Liverpool cheering on Tony Bellew, as many perhaps as there are in the David Haye camp. Haye is the betting favourite. The big question though, is he able to roll back the years? Because he might have to produce a performance the like of which he hasn't showed, certainly since he fought Derek Chisora some 6 years ago, if he's going to beat Tony Bellew tonight. I think, Glenn, that is the key fact.
Yeah, it's a big ask though. Going back, turning the clock back for anybody is very, very difficult. David was, in his heyday, an exceptional fighter, a double champion, cruiserweight and heavyweight. He had speed, he had power, he had everything. Can he get that back? It's a big ask, John, and we saw how terrible it went for him last time. That's over a year ago now, when it all just went disastrously wrong.
A lot made of his age. He's rising 38, but I tell you what, for a man of 37, he looks in pretty good nick to me. This place tonight is absolutely rammed. There are some 18,000 people in here. The ring illuminated. The house lights are down, save for a few arc lights, tracing their way around the banks of spectators, and in just a moment or two, David Haye will step from the corridors backstage into the arena, and he will be greeted by an extraordinary reception, I am sure. The noise fantastic, there is an amazing party atmosphere. David Haye has said, we are going to see a prime David Haye tonight. The big question though, is that just words?
Well, I think losing affected him an awful lot. It was a bit of pill he had to swallow in that defeat, very humbling defeat, and he's changed a lot of things for this. And, you know, he was down to weight, he was down in weight very early. You know, I think he knew he took Tony Bellew lightly, paid the penalty of that mistake, and now is desperate to reverse that.
The crowd, the noise tells you all you need to know. David Haye has entered the arena. He's smiling, relaxed, jigging from foot to foot, fist pumping one or two of his fans on a very slow walk towards the ring. Wearing a white t-shirt with
Jack, the national flag, around his midriff. Haymaker. It's been his boxing mantra. Is this going to be a last great night for David Haye, or is this perhaps, as he's threatened, going to be the end of the road? He moves now just a few feet away from our commentary position. All the time up in the ring, the officials wait on, including referee Howard Foster, master of ceremonies Michael Buffer, and David is certainly not rushing. I think it's fair to say he's enjoying the moment, Glenn.
Yeah, well, he certainly looks very, very confident, milking it for all he can. He's obviously very used to being in this position. It's a big fight. He enjoys the limelight. He enjoys the attention.
There's a fair amount of booing and jeering as he sways and dances against the ropes, having walked up the steps right in front of us. And still, he's not stepped through the ropes. And in the end, he threatens to step over them, but thinks better of it and steps through them. And David Haye is now in the ring, taking in the atmosphere. His trainer, Ismail Salah, is up there with him. And in a moment, we will have the ring entrance of Tony Bellew, who will be announced to the crowd by Michael Buffer. And again, Haye is being jeered by thousands as he walks around the periphery.
And now making his entrance to the ring, please welcome Anthony Bellew.
David Haye with headphones on, he can't hear the reaction of the crowd. Pretty much oblivious to it, as we see up on the screens above the ring highlights of the last fight. The fight which Tony Bellew won. A night of ignominy for David Haye. And a lot of people here tonight, here in the hope that Bellew can repeat that triumph. Haye's promised revenge. Bellew says, I've got his number. It's going to be the same again. And he's looked tremendously confident. He's now begun his walk through the corridors, and you can hear cheers and boos again from the crowd. They're committed, they're partisan.
Yeah, I think they both have big support. But speaking to him beforehand, he feels that, as you said, he's got David Haye's number. He can beat him once, he can beat him again.
The little fat scouser, he calls himself. Well, he weighs over 15 stone and he's 6'3" with a 74-inch reach, and he can fight a bit. He is a very game and gutsy fighter, and he's now in the entrance towards the arena, standing underneath an arch with the favoured blue of his Everton team, and now it's the great Everton theme tune. The old theme tune present cards for those who have the long memory. And Dave and Tony Bellew now makes his walk towards the ring, following his diminutive trainer, Dave Caldwell. And he's getting a great reception. All the time the atmosphere is building. Oh, the ring walk's going to be the highlight of it. Will we see a fight to match?
Well, he'll be up for it. He knows what he's got in front of him. He knows what he's got to do. You're expecting a fast start from David Haye, who'll come out trying to bomb him out. But he was ready for it last time. He answered all those questions and came through in great fashion.
Tony Bellew now stands above the steps right in front of us, up against the ropes, steps through the ropes, applauded by his promoter Eddie Hearn, and jigs across the ring right over to the far side behind Michael Buffer. And all the time listening to his headphones, David Haye pretty much oblivious to the cacophony that you can hear. Bellew is so up for this. He said that David Haye isn't here to win titles. He's just back here as a man who wants to rob the bank. He He's 2 years older, Bellew, 35 against Hayes, 37. They both stand 6'3". Bellew 6 pounds the lighter man. And David Haye, who may be the quicker of the two fighters, certainly more explosive. People talk about his heavy-handedness, but in the golden era, it was speed that was his greatest friend. He's been a pro since 2002, Bellew since 2007. Bellew in his 33rd fight. Hayes had one less. The bookies are making Haye 9-4 on to win. Tony Bellew being quoted as an 11-5 against outsider. Well, I wonder how generous might those odds prove to be. We will see. Is it going to be the Haye of old, or will Bellew repeat the process that he produced last year? The fighters now are up in the ring. All the officials, the trainers, the promoter, Michael Buffer, and all the time the fighters trying to stay focused, trying to stay composed.
Yeah, that's the hardest thing. Keep your mind on your job, concentration. This is where the nerves can get you, even for a seasoned professional like both of these are.
This is a great atmosphere. Here's Michael Buffer.
Welcome to the O2 Arena here in London, where tonight, will it be revenge, will it be a repeat? As Eddie Hearn for Matchroom Boxing, along with Haymaker Ring Star Sports, proudly presents the main event of the evening, live on Sky Sports Box Office. 12 rounds of boxing in the heavyweight division. Sponsored by William Hill, Voltarel, World of Tanks, and JD Sports. Sanctioned by the British Boxing Board of Control. President and steward in charge for this contest, Charles Giles. Timekeeper at the bell, Brett Bowles. The three judges scoring, Ian John Lewis, Victor Laughlin, and Terry O'Connor. And inside the ring, in charge of the action at the bell, your referee, Howard Foster. And now, the fighters are in the ring and they are ready. The officials are ready. Boxing fans, are you ready? For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble! Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner with his trainer Ismael Salas. He's wearing white with the Union Jack trim, 6'3", official weight, 15 stone, 10 pounds, 2 ounces. His professional record, 28 victories, including 26 wins by knockout with 3 defeats. From London, the two-time world champion, former undisputed cruiserweight world champion, and former heavyweight champion of the world, David Haymaker. Across the ring, fighting out the blue corner with his trainer, Dave Caldwell. Wearing blue with gold stars, he stands 6 feet 3 and officially weighed in at 15 stone, 4 ounces. As a professional, 29 victories, including 19 knockouts, only 2 defeats, the fighting pride of Liverpool, WBC Cruiserweight World Champion, Anthony Palmer.
Introduction's over. The fighters will step forward in a moment. Hayes already there alongside the referee Howard Foster. Bellew is slower, getting final words from Dave Caldwell, who embraces the big man from Liverpool, and now they stand face to face.
You both in the dressing room, you both got it. Expect, keep it clean, break straight away when told. Both got your heads in close. Good luck to you both. Touch gloves. Good luck, lads.
I don't think there's been quite the animosity, quite the anger of their first meeting. but it is fascinating nevertheless. So what's it to be? Repeat or revenge? This is Fight Night Live on TalkSport with the Isuzu D-Max. The first round is underway. And we wait to see who's first to land. Attempted overhand right from Bellew is short of the mark. Nothing from Haye as yet, who's just having a little look. Again, Bellew short of the mark with an attempted jab this time as Haye just up onto his toes, goes back, aims to throw a jab towards Bellew's midriff, and that was also short of the mark. Another one is blocked by Bellew. And then Haye does come forward and aims to throw a left hook. I think it was blocked by the right glove of Bellew, who comes forward and doubles up well on the jab. And that did find the face of Haye, but with no great power. Then Haye lands with a jab of his own. Bellew onto the front foot, beats Haye to the punch. Scoring shot for the Liverpudlian, tries to repeat the dose, and this time it was over the left shoulder of Haye. Haye, slow start, just having a look at Bellew, just measuring him. He said he wouldn't go charging in. He didn't anticipate going in fighting like a barroom brawler as he did in the first fight. He said he was going to box. Well, we will see, as we've had a minute and 15 seconds of this opening round, and still nothing meaningful really from either fighter. Better work so far maybe from Tony Bellew. Haye a little bit tentative, makes Bellew miss with an attempted left to the body and another jab which flicked out short of the target. Haye flexes his shoulders, aims to throw a jab. Bellew saw it coming, just that little bit of head movement. And then Haye tries to land the right over the top. Bellew just sees it coming, and now they do aim to tee off at each other. Neither was able to land its clean punch. Haye left jab, and there's a purposeful look about the old world champion tonight. Bellew, left-hand lead, found the shoulder of Haye, and he lands another one towards the chest of David Haye, who's superbly well-muscled as ever for this contest. Into the last minutes of this opening round, quiet round despite a lot of posturing of a feverish atmosphere among the fans. Another jab from Bellew, just about finds the target, no great power in it. Haye attempts a jab of his own. Bellew saw it coming and blocked it. A right over the top from Haye was way off target, landed on the arm of Bellew, who throws another jab and gets through. And then another jab from Bellew, who's getting the better of this opening round. A right over the top as well, and Bellew tries to tee off. Haye saw it coming and just swayed onto the back foot and made the Liverpudlian miss. Last 10 seconds of the opening round. Haye jabs towards the chin of Bellew, but Haye hasn't done a great deal for me in this opening round. He's done plenty of posturing, but then right on cue, big right hand from Haye, and Bellew shrugs his shoulders as there's much as to say, is that it? Is that all you've got? But it landed, and Bellew felt it.
Well, it was a tentative start from both men. They were feeling each other out. They were looking for openings with neither really committing. There was a spell where David Haye put a combination together which landed pretty much on the arms and shoulders. And Tony Bellew came back with his own volley of shots towards the end of the round. Probably Bellew just doing a little bit more than Haye. Haye was getting the centre of the ring. Physically, he was trying to impose himself, but didn't get the punches off.
Quick word with Adam Booth. Glenn just edging towards Tony Bellew there. Adam, corners.
I think the first half of the round David won. The second half I think Bellew did. But David landed the most notable punch, which was the right hand.
That punch coming just before the bell to end the opening round. This is Fight Night Live on TalkSport with the Isuzu D-Max. We move into the second round of this 12-rounder here at the O2 Arena. Here on the Greenwich Peninsula on the south side of the River Thames in London. Haye landed a glancing blow with his left-hand lead. Bellew comes back with one of his own and the chopping right. Then Haye just flicked out a left hand of his own. Bellew's really looking to launch and load up on that right hand when he gets the opportunity. Haye, that's a footwork that he showed in the first round. No problem with his mobility so far. And coming up to Bellew, trying to cut off the ring. Bellew jigging around up on his toes and making Haye miss a little bit embarrassingly. Jab from Haye, no power in it, towards the chest of Bellew. Then Haye tries to land a right over the top, almost found Bellew. Bellew's got a great chin though, we know that, and it's going to have to be a tremendous shot from Haye, an old-fashioned haymaker, and he's inviting Bellew to come in, trying to sucker him in so he can land with a counter. There was a nice sharp left-hand lead from David Haye. Second one is just short of the mark as Bellew back foots, inviting Haye in this time. And Bellew just waiting patiently. Haye feinting to throw, misses with a left-hand lead. Bellew aiming to jab towards the chest, trying to put variety into his work. Feinting to throw the right hand, thinks better of it. And Haye unloads with a right over the top, and then a sharp left hand as well. Again, a shrug of the shoulders from Bellew, suggesting he's not hurt, but it looks as though that right hand was pretty much on the mark for David Haye. 2 minutes gone in the second round. Solid right hand to the body from Haye. Another quality shot from the old champion, the older man, remembered by 2 years, 37 years old now, David Haye. And a nice quick right hand, short chopping right hand from Haye. Again, the better of another exchange, and another chopping right from Haye. Bellew says it doesn't hurt, holds his arms open as much as to say, is that it? Is that all you've got? Well, all the kinology you like. He landed, and Haye got the scoring shot there, and he's out punching Bellew in this second round. First round was close, and Haye misses with another attempted big overhand right. Would-be counter from Bellew was off the mark. 20 seconds to go in this second round. Again, Bellew up onto his toes, wanting to sucker Haye in, wanting to invite Haye in. Haye waiting his time, aims that right hand again. This time he misses, and Bellew back onto the corner, far side of the ring, and aims a big right of his own, misses by a distance, and Haye just punished him with a little left-hand counter. First round was close, second round for me, definitely David Haye.
Definitely David Haye. He was much more forceful. He was getting into range, the better with the jab, and then putting a couple of good combinations together. Looks strong, his timing looks better than Bellew at this stage. David Haye, who looks sharp and looks to have regained some of his style and his speed, and that was a good round, a confident round. He got off with a few combinations in there, but Bellew took them well, but just starting to ruffle the feathers a little bit. Adam, bring you in. Good round that for David Haye.
Yeah, if I think about it, I give you 2 rounds. The second one more clear than the first, but I give them both to David. And in that round, he noticeably shook Tony with one of those right hands.
Bit of kinology from Tony Bellew, but that generally means that the blow has landed and the fighter has felt it. Fight Night Live on TalkSport with the Isuzu D-Max. We're into round 3, and David Haye on our cards at ringside. Well, Glenn's got it level. Adam Booth's got Haye ahead by 2 rounds to 0. We're into the third now. Haye feinting to throw the jab. Bellew throws one towards the midriff of Haye. And it was just a graze, no more than that, no power in it. Haye again trying to land the 1-2 with that right over the top. This time Bellew cute to it and evades a jab as well. No scoring shots so far in this third round, or nothing of note. This time Bellew does double up with the jab. He gets a little bit of applause from his corner. Left lead again from Bellew, and he lands with a left hand. There was more of a hook, and then a hook to the body from the little pundit as well. And Haye has to take them. Jab from Haye. Bellew throws one back. The 2 land almost simultaneously, and Bellew's had the better of the opening minutes of this. Haye tried to land an overhand right. Bellew saw it coming, made him miss. And again he suggests that Haye's got nothing to give, but he can't hurt him. Feints to come forward with a right hand, doesn't throw it, and then jabs a left to the midriff of Haye, who's onto his front foot again, stalking up to Bellew, and lands a left jab. but he was almost out of range. Second jab, again, he was out of range. And then an overhand right, also through thin air, right to the body, just about gets in. There was a right from Bellew, which looked as though it was a little bit low. And there's a slight smile on the face of David Haye every time he lands anything of note. This is better work from Bellew in the first couple of minutes of this third round, and Haye not had success so far with the right hand, which has been his greatest ally in attacks to this point. And he's just cutting the ring off, trying to invite now Bellew to come in as he backpedals. Bellew obliges and throws the left jab, which lands on the face of Haye. Then there's a right to the body from Bellew. Haye up on his toes, makes him miss with a left hand towards the chest area. He's just telegraphing David Haye that right hand a little bit, and Bellew is cute to it now. He's aware of when he's teeing up for it, and he's not allowed Haye to land with anything worthwhile in this round so far. Couple of jabs from Bellew, and then Haye tries to respond with two of his own. And Haye just blowing a little bit more in the third round. Couple of jabs from Bellew, and then Haye, gloves low now, aims that big right hand, and he's meant to miss. He's caught by a left hook from Bellew. He's going up Haye. Haye's gone down. The right hand in it. And it was a great shot from Tony Bellew. There's 10 seconds remaining in the third. Has Haye recovered? Bellew caught him with an absolute peach. Huge round for the Liverpudlian. He's tried to knock Haye out here. He's done it again. On the bell. He's down for a second time. And the count is on. Haye struggles to his feet. He looks like a drunken man as he falls back onto the ropes. Out across the luncheoning, the bell has gone to end the round, and David Haye down twice, and he looks for all the world as a man who is staring defeat right in the face.
Yes, he does. He came out with some bad intentions in that round. Tony Bellew looked sharp, looked like he wanted to make an impact. David Haye was missing an awful lot in that round, and when he did miss, Bellew was quick to get on top.
Let's get into the Haye corner and see if we can hear what they're saying.
You don't need to do anything in the road. Now, you take it easy. Yeah, make him miss. Make him miss. Alright? Come soon.
Well, he was blowing in that third round, and he got tagged really heavily twice. Bellew looks at him and says, you know what's coming, and here it comes. I'm only too happy to oblige. Fourth round, and Bellew is on the cusp of victory. What's Haye got left? Haye lands a right hand, there's a clash of heads, but Bellew's stalking him. Haye trying to make him miss. Bellew unloading, lands a right hand. Haye takes it, and another one. He slips the left. Bellew turns his back to him. It was momentum which caused that rather than a deliberate ploy. And Haye again is breathing deeply, his mouth sagging open, tries to land the right hand, comes in with the left. Better work from Haye, but he's got to keep it up for 3 minutes. Bellew walking him down, stalking, huge right hand, and another. Haye's in desperate trouble once more. Bellew landed 2 cracking right hands. Somehow Haye stays upright, but Bellew now senses victory, and another big left hand from Bellew. Danger that he might punch himself out, but he's going for broke here, Tony Bellew. Haye's still upright, but he's not throwing punches now. He throws a wild right hand, misses by 1.5 feet. Bellew now stalks him, throws the left hand, hook, and then a jab. Nothing back from Haye. Bellew trying to tee him up for a big right hand. Lands the left to the body, misses with the right, which went around the back of the head. And again, Haye staggers back. We're only in the midway stage of this fourth round of the extraordinary third. If you're just joining us, where have you been? Because David Haye has been down twice in an amazing third round. And now Bellew trying to line him up for another right hand, and Haye just trying to buy time, trying to make him miss. Bellew taking a breather himself now, waiting for Haye to commit himself. He's launched an awful lot and put a huge amount into that attack, Tony Bellew, and now Haye maybe is just showing signs of riding out the storm. There's a right hand from Bellew, it was blocked by Haye, and another big right hand once more, blocked by Haye, who lands a left jab, and then Haye walks into a left hand from Bellew, who looks the stronger, the fitter, the boss, and at the moment looks the more genuine this fourth round, and he's on the front foot again, unloading bombs, Bellew, and Haye's back on the ropes, finds a good left off those ropes. It was a good shot from Haye, but Haye looks again on unsteady legs with 20 seconds to go in the fourth round. Howard Foster splits them. Huge effort from Bellew, looking to find the shot to end this one, but Haye has somehow, as his corner implored him, managed to survive. He throws a wild right hand again, misses by a country mile, breathes in deeply, takes a left to the body, and two big hooks to the head. It's another big round for Tony Bellew, that David Haye survived.
He survived, but he was on unsteady legs. The balance is not good. He's really struggling. He was taking big gasps of air to breathe under pressure a few times from Tony Bellew, who's looking very strong, and he looks like he's at the moment it's gonna be repeat.
Well, it's very, very hard indeed to see how David Haye can possibly come back from this, unless Adam Booth, Tony Bellew punches himself out.
Don't ever write off someone that can punch like David. I've seen him many times hurt and staggered and drop people heavily. Don't forget, Tony's loaded up as well, so he needs to be careful, because until David's nailed to the canvas, he's dangerous.
We move now into the fifth round. Remember that fight against Lorraine Mockel those years ago when David got up off the canvas to win. And now Tony Bellew has had David Haye down twice in that third round. He's ahead on the cards, but Haye's still there, and it's Bellew who looks a bit more tired now at the beginning of this fifth round. I'm sure he must have thought that he was going to take Haye out, but he's not been able to do so, and the haymaker is still there. Quiet start to this fifth round. Jab from Bellew, and another one. This is Fight Night Live on TalkSport with the Isuzu D-Max. Jab towards the body by Bellew, short of the mark. Haye is stalking him, short with a left hand move of his own. Bellew taking a bit of a breather in the early stages of this fifth. Haye misses with a left jab, likewise Bellew. Quiet opening minute to this fifth round. Both of them have the right hand cocked. It's the right hand which is Haye's danger punch, and it was the right hand of Tony Bellew which had Haye down twice. Bellew is definitely in this fifth round at this stage taking a little bit of a breather, and Haye making him miss. He's just buying time, and maybe all the time that he just survives at this stage, he's just regrouping and still going to present himself as a threat later on in the fight. But Bellew now does land a straight right, tries to follow it up with another over the top. Haye makes a miss and then lands a jab. Bellew, jab of his own into the face of Haye. Neither man really marked up as yet. There's a little reddening around the left eye of Bellew, and there's a graze on the left cheek of David Haye, but nothing significant so far. Quiet round this fifth after the rich drama of the two before. Oh, great shot from Bellew! Haye's down again! Brilliant right hand, and Haye knows he's been caught by another absolute peach. Is he going to be allowed to go on? It's the third time he's been down, and now Bellew looks to finish him. He steps forward, looking for one more big punch, which will surely end it, and it's all over. Howard Foster stopped it, and Tony Bellew is in dreamland once more. It's the end of the road for David Haye, surely. Tony Bellew leaps into the arms of his promoter, Eddie Hearn. Tonight, Bellew produced an absolutely inspired performance. David Haye, punch resistance gone, looked like an old shot fighter. And Tony Bellew now has tears of joy coming down his face. He's now being congratulated by David Haye, and fair play. A display of sportsmanship from the old champion, because he knows in there tonight, in every aspect of this fight, he was outgamed by Bellew. The strategy was good, he was outpunched. Bellew so committed, and he's produced an absolutely spectacular performance.
It was an inspired performance from Tony Bellew, and I think he probably got some inspiration from his brother-in-law, who he sadly lost
in an accident last year, and I know that's been very hard. He's a good friend, and it's been very hard for Tony. He's been through some tough times, and I'm sure he was inspired by the memory of his brother-in-law to put on a performance like that, which was excellent, looked strong, punched well, and David Haye just could not take the power.
After that, I mean, you never say never, but surely Haye's finished.
Most definitely, most definitely. I mean, he looked like a fighter that didn't have it anymore. He couldn't take the power of the punches. His balance wasn't good. He was breathing heavily, and but take nothing away from Tony Bellew, who did exactly what he had to do.
Well, it went out there away from Bellew. He was inspired.
He performed excellently,
and he has absolutely proved there tonight that he is the superior man. Haye got himself into shape, lost the weight, he had the body beautiful, he actually started quite well, may have taken the first couple of rounds, certainly took the second, if not the first, but then he unravelled in the third round. The two knockdowns, fourth round Bellew kept up the pressure, and then he looked as though he was having a little breather in the fifth before he unloaded again.
It looked as if, maybe in the fifth, when he did take a breather, that Haye could come back and get back into it, he recovered a bit, but then as soon as the power shots went in from Tony Bellew, it was David Haye. Even at times they both landed, it was David Haye that had the effect and was hurt by those punches, where Tony Bellew, he took them and walked through whatever he had to take to call a great stoppage.
Bellew landed with the right hand and then a great big swinging left, which effectively ended it. And he's waving to the fans and the people in the VIP seats behind us. Anthony Joshua is going up now to embrace him, and he's coming down, right down into the commentary position, the Sky commentary position to our right, and being congratulated by Anthony Joshua. I think Tony Bellew, well, whatever people think of him, he can be gaudy. He's never short for a word, to put it mildly. Some people say, is he a genuine heavyweight? Well, tonight, whatever, I think he proved he is a heavyweight, and that he can certainly punch like a heavyweight.
He can. He looked strong when he let his punches go. He let them go with commitment, with determination, and it looked, he wasn't going. He didn't want to lose. He looked like he never looked like he was going to lose.
Haye never been short of ego, and he fought with pride. He tried to carry it back to him, but there's no way back in that fifth round after that big left hook had scrambled his senses and put him down.
Yeah, he was a more accurate Bellew. The timing was better, and the hard work paid off. He works terrifically hard in the gym all year round, and that showed in this performance. Did everything right.
Well, he says, Tony Bellew, that yeah, I'm competitive, and when I get in the ring, I am a different animal. I am an evil man when I get in that ring, but I do this to provide for my family. His wife, his children are not here at ringside tonight. He likes to keep them away because he knows that this is the hurt sport and that awful things can happen. But tonight he was inspired and the pain rained in on David Haye.
It certainly did. And we await the official announcement from Michael Boffa.
And it's going to be coming any second. The crowd watching reruns of that final round as Howard Foster stepped between them and Tony Bellew stepped away to leap to the far side of the ring and onto the ropes for his dance of celebration. And David Haye realised at that moment it was over, and that David Haye, as a professional boxer now, has probably at the age of 37 reached the end of the road. Michael Buffer is poised. The two fighters are now centering with Howard Foster, the referee, promoter, Eddie Hearn alongside them, and absolutely elated Dave Caldwell, the trainer of Tony Bellew, and he's done a great job in getting him ready for this once again. Tactics here were absolutely spot on. There's amazing emotion in the ring from Tony Bellew. Tears aplenty. The big man gave everything. and I think he was even more ecstatic this time than he was first time around when he won in such controversial circumstances. Tonight, no doubt at all the greats of British heavyweight boxing were gathered together at ringside. Frank Bruno, Anthony Joshua, and many more. So many professionals wanted to be here to witness this, to be part of what was a huge event as well as a huge boxing match, and it was an event which was about the man from Liverpool, the Evertonian, the man from Toxteth, Tony Bellew, who has produced the most important win of his life. And again, he waves to the crowd, and all around the O2 Arena, people are standing up and cheering his achievement, and again, sporting acclaim from David Haye.
The question was, will it be revenge or repeat? And the answer came at 2 minutes 14 seconds of round number 5, as referee Howard Foster calls a halt to this bout. The answer, repeat, and the winner by TKO victory, the Fighting Pride of Liverpool, Tony
within the sport thought that Tony Bellew could win this one, even though Joe Public bought into the opinions, a lot of which as well were repeated in our national media, that David Haye was going to somehow turn back the clock, but it wasn't to be. Today it's about Tony Bellew.
John, Glenn, sensational commentary. That will go down in the archives. What a tremendous gunshot. Gareth, Adam Booth alongside me right now. Tony's just addressing the crowd. We will hopefully get hold of him in a minute to have a little bit of a chat bones here on Talk Sport. All three of us, pre-fight, so we didn't know how that was going to play out, but we kind of lent that it might go later. You said 6 to 8, Gareth. You said maybe a little bit later for Haye. I said a little bit later for Bellew. But we're not surprised that we got a gun show after 5-6 rounds, are we?
No, not at all. I mean, I think David looked very good early on, but Tony Bellew fought an extraordinary contest tonight, an extraordinary game plan. He picked his moments, and even when David Haye was hurt, he still stayed patient and waited, because he knew that David would throw caution to the wind and try and get himself out of trouble, as he did against Jean-Marc Mormac and other fighters when he was hurt. His right hand, I think Adam alluded during the fight, his right hand still detonates and knocks people out. Really patient. The left hook was devastating tonight. Tony Bellew deserves all the plaudits. And you know what I've got to say? I'm really glad these two... Tony's crying in there tonight.
Well, he's talking about his brother-in-law, Ashley, who sadly passed away in mysterious circumstances last year, in between, obviously, this round 1 of this and then the rescheduled fight. He's had a devastating year, and obviously this is a little bit of silver lining at the end of it. Obviously, it's not replacing anybody that he's lost in his family, but that's what he's just addressing at this moment in time, and he's getting a rapturous round of applause. And he was actually booed. He was booed into the ring.
There was a feverish atmosphere in here tonight. It was an extraordinarily exciting contest. But once David Haye was down in the 3rd round, saved by the bell, I hasten to add.
Yeah.
I tell you what, you've got to admire the warrior spirit of David Haye.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just extraordinary. Down 3-4 times in this contest. It was a merciful and correct stoppage by Howard Foster at the end as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Adam, during the fight, after the first and second knockdown, and where Gareth just pointed out there, that second knockdown where David was saved by the bell at the end of that particular round, you said to me in the gap there, there's nothing more dangerous than a wounded animal. This guy throws a right hand, he's still dangerous, And to be fair, he threw some amazing shots that just didn't land in that period of time. And if they would have landed, he could have turned this fight on its head.
But the mistake David made is that when he used his jab and just looked for that right hand, he was the one that looked more comfortable. As soon as he started trying to hook, left hook with a left hooker, he was always going to come off second best. And this has been something for a long time. that David's been aware of, that he's not a left hooker.
Yeah.
He's got a devastating jab and a devastating right hand. Tony Bellew is a good left hooker because he closes it in very quickly. So when you spin the coin with the left hooks, Tony Bellew is always going to come off better in that situation. He did it with Makabu, and he also did it with BJ Flores, and he's done it with David Haye tonight. If you go back and look at him, the way that he trades and closes that left hook quickly, he always comes off better off.
Tony Bellew's just addressing the crowd at this moment in time. He was basically insinuated that he's had a wonderful career, and I thought he was going to maybe make a retirement announcement, but then he went, "Who do you want me in there with next?" He's talking now about the boys in the World Boxing Super Series at Cruiserweight. I mean, there's some serious cats at Cruiserweight, let's be straight. But he's the Emirates champion. He does have first dibs at the WBC champion if he wants it. Would you take that work?
How many of those serious cats that you refer to have knocked out a former world heavyweight champion and world cruiserweight champion? So if Tony can make cruiserweight healthily, why wouldn't you consider him the favourite to beat any of them?
Oh, stop it, you're getting me excited now. Go ahead. Let's bring you into this conversation, because as Adam rightly pointed out there, as soon as that went into a left hook gunshot, there was only going to be one winner. We kind of saw that a little bit earlier on in the Paul Butler fight as well, didn't we? Hooking with a hooker, you don't do that. But when David did, he ended up coming out second best.
Yeah, he did, and that's because he's been active. He's having regular. Like David's been out, was out for a long time, and it's hard to get your time in the best of times. When you've been out that long, it's hard to get it back. It's hard to get the rhythm and the timing and that back, and it never really quite looked like it was there for David.
He looks, listen, he's a specimen. He looks in absolutely tremendous condition. First round comes out. I thought, hey, we might have a little bit of a scrap on our hands here. There was an exchange of jabs, but when it did catch fire, it was quite obvious then that there was only really going to be one winner.
Yeah, that was all down to the sharpness and the timing of Bellew, and that comes with being active, having plenty of fights, and staying in the gym, and that's what he's always in the gym. He trains really, really hard up there in Liverpool.
And he was just addressing the crowd at this moment in time. He's captivating us because I've no doubt he's talking about both of these men. I hope, Adam, and I really do hope this, because I know that there's a lot of new fans that have come to boxing over the last 6-7 years, and they've probably never seen David Haye as David Haye was, when he was a unified champion, when he was absolutely devastated. Let's not forget, he's the only guy other than Evander Holyfield to do that and step up and win a heavyweight championship as well. Absolutely stellar, sensational career. He's addressing the crowd now. I don't know what he's going to do. I anticipate that he will maybe be calling it a day. But I hope he's not remembered for these two fights against Tony Bellew. I hope he's remembered for what he did 6, 7, 8 years ago.
Well, as time goes on, people look back and they start to look at the whole story, and he has had an incredible career. I don't know whether he's just about to say that it's coming to an end now, but it's hard to see where he goes from this.
No, absolutely. And in a way, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm a big Tony Bellew fan. I like Tony Bellew. But I'm also a big David Haye fan. He's always been entertaining, in, out of the ring. It'll be a shame if he's not around anymore, because boxing does need characters, doesn't it?
Yeah, but everything comes to an end.
Of course it does.
And he's 38 years old this year, and he's a fighter that relied on speed, reflexes, and genetic power. You look at the catalogue of injuries that he's got, coupled with the fact that he's 38 years old. Have to wait and see, but what are his options now? He's been stopped twice in a row.
No, absolutely. Don McGuinness is ringside at this moment in time. I can see him loitering with intent because Tony Bellew is making his way over to that neutral corner to have a little bit of an exclusive chat with us boys here at Talk Sport.
Doubt me again, didn't you?
Tony.
Everyone doubt me again. You doubt me now. Doubt me now.
Well, listen, firstly, we've all been congratulating you on what was a fantastic performance. So just give us some reaction. You're very...
Doubt me now. Everyone. The world, not you. Where's Pricey? Fagan!
Big Price is over there. Yes.
Well, I'm Fagan.
Just talk us through that, Tony, because it started off, obviously a little bit cagey, maybe didn't have a tiny bit of it success, but then you took over, so talk us through it.
I was waiting for the perfect moment. I've got bad me time, I'm a clever cat. I'm not bad for the fat scouser. I'm clever, man, I've got brains, I've got skills. Robbie Savage, yeah, man, I've got skills. I know what I can do. But you judge me on on aesthetically how I look. You all judge me, man. You think because I'm a little fat scouser I'm not much.
No, we didn't. Now listen, third round, you put him down. You put him down a couple of times in the third round. Did you think what round was the third round when you put him down, had him in all sorts of trouble? Did you have to be patient after that as well?
Yeah, I did, because he's big, powerful, man. And I told Howard to stop it, man, because I don't want to hurt people. And I'm getting softer as I get older in this, but when I was 30, I was ruthless, man. I go for the finish bad. But now I don't want to hurt people. So is it time to carry on or stop? I don't know, but I don't want to hurt people, man. I told him to stop, and I said to David, just stop, man, please stop. His punches didn't really hurt, but he's dangerous, he's heavy-handed, but I could see them again.
But you were always super confident going into this. You told us it was going to be repeat.
And I told you it'd be quicker.
Now you also, it's emotional. You can see how emotional you are tonight as well. You've been obviously looking at Ashley.
I don't know what to say. My sister, my missus, mum and dad, the most horrible 8 months of my life, man. I can't fix it, I can't make it better. I can't take it back. Twice this week, man, I've cried.
Because you've got his name on your shorts.
Tomorrow night I pick her up from the airport, I shit you not. And she's my toughest fight, because I promised that this will be the last one, but it's not, because I know I've got to fight, I've got to keep fighting, because I live for nights like this. I love fighting, I like fighting, I like punching people all over the place, man. I've got to sit, I'm a clever fighter. If you don't give me credit now, tonight they'll probably say that wasn't that good, but I knew what I was doing, man. I got into exchange when I wanted. First round I was a bit easy. I was surprised because I'm so much faster and I can see everything coming. And even when he hit me with a big right hand, I could see it. I'm better. No, I'm not better. I've got my style, but always beat him. I'd have beat him in his prime. All them clowns on social media, doubt me now, you fools, you buffoons.
Anybody that was actually thinking that it was just about the injury in the first fight, you put that one completely to bed now.
You think that's injured now, mate, it's his chin.
Now listen, there's respect shown there after the fight as well.
He came over to me and he was very appreciative, but you know.
Is that the hatchet buried now?
Mate, it's over. That's all it's over in my career.
So you say that you're going to fight on. Now, is this fighting on the heavyweight division? Do you look at the cruiserweights again?
To the man, he promotes me.
Well, I'll speak to the man, and you mean Eddie Hearn, who's here with a big smile on his face as well?
Because man in Nando's in Sheffield many years ago. My life's been turned around, man. We took ups and downs. We've had many arguments on the phone, but we've done it. Thank you very much. Thank you.
What do you want him to do, Eddie?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, listen, everything is driven towards making sure that fighters can leave the sport safely and, you know, to be able to provide for their family. And that was always my intention with Tony Bellew. And before the Makabu fight, or around the Makabu fight, he paid off his mortgage, and that was a proud moment for me. I was really over the moon for him. Then he somehow talked himself into the David Haye fight, and he made a lot of money in that first fight. And going into that fight, I didn't really know what was going to happen. I fancied that he could win, but I didn't care, because I knew that he would live a great life, and so would his children. For many years to come, and their children. And then he won. And then we got him another fight. And he's gone and won again, and he's improving. And you know, you will never find anyone with a bigger heart than Tony Bellew, I promise you that. But I used to say that he may not be the greatest fighter in the world, but he's got a lot of heart. He really is an elite, world-class fighter. He's improving all the time. You know, he's coming in, again, giving away a stone to a heavyweight. Tony's not a heavyweight. He took him off his feet with that last left hook. When he exchanges, he punches so